Hey guys, and welcome to another video. I just wanted to talk a little bit about a recent tweet by Treyarch and what this could potentially mean. So if we look at the tweet, it actually shows Tombstone, that's right, from good old Tranzit, is returning, apparently. So, Tombstone, it's only been on Transit. And so what could that mean? Well, if we look at the timeline that was released around the time of Zombies Chronicles, we can see that while Transit and Diarize's dates aren't very important, we see that Buried takes place on December 31st. And if we remember, with Die Maschine, they released it on the same date that it takes place. So if we take this into account, we could make the assumption that they're just going to move Transit and Diarize the same day, and they're going to release it, right? Because if you didn't know, today is December 31st. Well, not necessarily. I think that is important. I think that maybe they will use that, but I think that this more just means that Transit is coming in the near future. Because if you remember, way back in BO4, people were thinking, and there were leaks that Transit, Diarize, and Buried were gonna be remastered like the new Zombies Chronicles were. And pretty much the reason this happened was because BO4 didn't do as well. So if you remember, then all three of them got moved to Cold War. So when are we gonna see those? Well, we also know that we have 3 potential DLC maps, probably more, but 3 that we know of. We have Firebase Z, the Vietnam map, the Berlin map, which will have Kino der Toten, and then we have the Giant map, I think, or Der Reese, but yeah. So that's only 4 maps total. So if you add Transit, Diarize, and Buried into those, it does make 6 maps, which is more acceptable, and then they could even release more camos, whatever. But another important piece of information here is that Season 1 of Cold War hasn't been too pleasing to a lot of Zombies players. We all thought we were going to get like maybe Nocturne Toten, maybe even Firebase Z, or at least some other game mode, like, a Grief or something. But instead we got Jingle Hells, which was cool, but it didn't do anything too big, and we have Cranked, which is, I don't even know when it comes out, but, So what if they decide to release Transit this season? And this could go along very well with the seasons that they have planned for Cold War. If you remember, with Modern Warfare, there were 6 total seasons. And right now, what it's looking like is we have 3 remasters with Transit, Diarize, and Buried, and 3 mostly new maps with the Vietnam, Berlin, and Der Reese map. So that could make sense if they release 1 remaster in Season 1, 3, and 5, and then in Season 2, 4, and 6 they release the new maps like they said they were going to do in Season 2, which we assume is going to be Firebase Z, but we're not certain yet. Oh, and if you were wondering how Tombstone will work, it probably won't be an actual perk machine in Die Maschine. If Transit does come out, then it'll actually be a perk machine there, but for Die Maschine at least, it'll probably just go in the Wonder Fizz, and there's 4 more perk slots there, so we'll have to wait and see what those are. There's been leaks that it's PhD, Double Tap, and Mule Kick, I think would be the other 3. But I don't know how accurate that will be, and they can always add more perk slots as well. But yeah, overall that's all I had to talk about today. Just wanted to inform you about the fact that Tombstone is returning, and yeah, thank you all, subscribe, and see you all next time.